5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve. This is Live with Neve. Iconic musicians, comedians, and entertainers of all types. Interviews, comedy, and God knows what else. Hold on!
All right, here we are, live with Neve. We are sitting high in the highlands of beautiful New Jersey. We're looking out at New York City to the north and out to the Atlantic Ocean to the right, and it's a beautiful day here, slightly cold. And here we are at 12:16. We have a special guest named Charlie Allen going to talk to us about his fabulous career in Nashville. Charlie has, I'm going to let him do the talking, but all I can say, if you like good country, check out Charlie Allen. He's opened up for Poco and numerous country bands. I'm going to let him explain all of the ones he's been with, and I think you'll be surprised. We're going to bring on Charlie. Let's see how he's doing today. Hey, Charlie, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm excellent. How about yourself?
I'm really good, really good. I appreciate you asking.
All right. Well, good. Let me ask you while you're at it, how's the weather down in Nashville?
Oh, it's a little chilly. I mean, it's a little bit chilly. Not bad.
Okay. Right. Well, good. So let's talk a little bit about your career. You've got quite your list of things you've done in your life is really intriguing to me, and I love your music. I have to say that right from the get-go, and it's inspired me to dig back to some of your older stuff. T-Man's told me you've been doing this a long time, and I'm looking forward to hearing you play. And so tell me a little bit, how did you get started in this crazy business?
Well, I started in Fort Worth, Texas at Panther Hall. And my first date was at Panther Hall with Hank Williams Jr. My second date was with Loretta Lynn, Conway Twitty, Jerry Lee Lewis. It just kept going. And as a young child, I just knew I was touring and playing music and inspiring and loving what I was doing. So it was quite the honor to be around those stars.
Excuse me. So who was your favorite star in those days when you were a young man, and who gave you a lot of mentoring, and who's like really made you start to really want to do this? Is it a combination of everybody? And if so, how did you end up meeting up with all those folks?
A lot of people don't recognize how hard that a songwriter works. A lot of people don't recognize how hard it is to get to radio. There's a lot more to it than just making a CD.
Right.
I've had 5 major record deals.
Mm-hmm.
I've toured all over the world. I had a great time doing it and learned a lot from it by listening to people that really know what they're talking about, you know. And it just kept growing and growing. I never dreamed that it would be anything. I always knew I was reaching for the gold. Mm-hmm. The silver wasn't good enough. And the songwriting really helped out a lot.
Sure. And tell me, what's your process typically? Do you have a typical process that you sit down just with your acoustic, or you write the words first? I know everybody does it a little different, or a combination of techniques. What's your favorite?
That's right now. I've got a lot of static. I can't understand you, so I'm just kind of guessing by your lips. You know, when I started out at a very young age, I mean, I sang a lot of songs and didn't even know what it was about. You know, it was about love. And I'd ask my mom, I said, "Mom, what does that mean?" She said, "Oh, one day you'll find out, Charlie," you know. Mm-hmm. And it was so cool. And traveling with stars and getting on a bus and touring everywhere with them and going everywhere with them. I remember one time I have a big article on it. Elvis Presley was there. Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis.
Wow.
That's some good company.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, man. Have you got any? Can you have any stories about Elvis? Have you ever met him? And like at that gig?
I got to meet the gentleman. Man, you could feel him across. I mean,
The energy.
Just right.
Everything is just unbelievable. But Jerry Lee Lewis was funny. You know, we got on stage together and we planned out. And he said, "Now, boy," he said, "you look good. What can we sing?"
I love it. That sounds like Jerry. It really does.
Yeah. So we he goes, "All these big clothes you got on and your stage clothes, where did you get that from?" And I said, "Well, my aunt made them for me. And she also, does Dallas Cowboys outfits also for the cheerleaders."
Wow. You got some talent in your family. Wow.
Yes, I do. And my mother, bless her heart, she did so much for me. And Dad was the big pusher. It was always, "Go, Alan, go, go, go." As a young child, you don't recognize how hard it is to be on the road and understand what people are saying. And I tried my best. And I was out with Charlie Pride. We'd been on the road for, I don't know, maybe 16 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wore out. And Charlie Pride looked at my dad and said, "Charlie," said, "it's time to take little Charlie home. He's tired." And I got a break after that.
Excellent. How about Johnny Cash? Did you ever have a chance to meet him?
I did. I did meet Johnny and June Carter.
Wow. Tell me what that was like.
Well, I mean, like I said, I was a young child, and it was like I was meeting everybody, singing with everybody, talking with everybody, enjoying, what they had to say. Just bear with me right now because this virus has really messed me up in my head,
All right.
Oh, yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm doing good. I mean, God's been great, and He's got me through it and
Good.
Me through it. But I've got what they call
I'm
the
very
brain
glad
right now with it. So, but it was a beautiful.
The what?
experience.
I'm sorry.
I had many blessings that it was unbelievable as a child what I did.
Mm-hmm. And who was your favorite as far as all those artists? Did you have a particular favorite that you just still really influences you so much, and that you for example, Dwight Yoakam came up with the whole Bakersfield sound from
Well, sure. There's a lot. One of my favorite artists that I enjoyed talking to and listening to his music was Willie Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Which when he writes a song, it's like a picture on the wall.
Yes.
He don't miss nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And
have you ever? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Of course, Earl Thomas Conley. We had a great time together. It's a lot of great times out there, but it's a lot of too.
Oh,
may I ask? Are you still in contact with any of the people who are still alive that who you worked with in the past? Do you still work with them or talk to any of them at all?
I mean, we talk, and stuff like that. It's just a whole different world,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
when you call and somebody answers like that.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Because a million people are calling, but they're answering my call. That means a lot to me, and that shows.
I'll bet.
It says a lot about you
Mm-hmm.
and your talent and your music and everything.
Well,
that's great.
I appreciate that so much, but it was a lot of hard work. Daddy used to put me in a room for 6 hours before a show.
Mm-hmm.
God bless you.
That tape player, I'd run it till I was blue in the face,
Mm-hmm.
the showdown before I got up there.
That's great.
And
wow.
See, I wish my parents would have done that for me. I always begged. I'm like, please, I just want to play.
Yeah. It turns into be a job after a while because
absolutely,
like everything.
You have people that's backing you, have distributors, you have different marketing people that's constantly on you, that there's a lot to being an artist. You know?
Oh, yes. Yes, there is.
It's a lot in this business, entertainment business, period. All of the energy, and that's, you know, what I think attracts some of us to it, is because we get to expel all of that energy and get positive energy back.
Boy, I love save the strong and lose the weak is the best thing I can tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what. How about we? You ready to play us a song?
Well, this is a song I wrote and that I recorded. It's called "What If Instead of Santa, Jesus Came This Year."
All right. Here.
And you know, I'd like to thank River Run Records for all they've done for me and putting this single out. I haven't had a single out in quite a while, and I'm so excited about this song when I recorded. Johnny Garcia. If you're not familiar with Johnny Garcia is a down-to-earth person. Works with Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood, but you would never know it, ever. None of Garth's people. They're all just loving, caring about other people. So here's a song called "What If Instead of Santa, Jesus Came This Year." The tree is all ready, lights all aglow, presents so pretty, all tied in a bow. Carolers are singing about a midnight clear. What if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? What if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? Would you be ready? Would you be left here? It's right there in the Bible. It's perfectly clear. What if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? How many realize what this day means? All that he gave us when he hung from that tree, with nails in his hands and blood mixed with tears. What if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? What if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? Would you be ready? Would you be left here? It's right there in the Bible. It's perfectly clear. What if instead of Santa, what if instead of Santa, Jesus came this year? Jesus came this year.
All right, man. How about it? How about
That
it?
is beautiful. I
That is a
absolutely
beautiful
love
song.
it.
I really did. So how long ago? When did you've written that? It's a new song, I reckon, because you said it's coming up on. Or is this one out already? Let me just make sure I heard you right.
It's already out. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of airplay right now. I'm excited. I'd like to thank Grassroots for that. Johnny Garcia, Diane DeLana, River Records. I mean, can't thank you enough, you know, for being back out to radio is just like, wow, it's been a long time, you know. Thanks.
Right. Well, good. I think it's a great song, and I just love everything I've heard so far. Do you feel it a little bit? Would you like to play another song?
Let me think of one here. This is one I wrote with Dave Gibson and Johnny Garcia. It's called "Thank God I Was Born with a House with a Guitar," which says a lot, you know.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
I come from a musical family, so yes, I understand.
Oh, you do? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big band era people used to tour Sinatra and that, all those guys and all that. So
And
Man,
Julie's also a very talented songwriter and bass player and producer of her own stuff as
oh, thank
well.
you.
So we go
Thanks.
back a long way. And hell, I'm going to get you front and center here, and let's hear some more music because
Yeah.
my talking.
all right.
All
Here's
right.
what, I really like, and it's called "Thank God I Was Born in a House with a Guitar." I was born in a house with a guitar. Daddy work all day, he'd come home and play like a star. He played Memphis, down in South Texas, straight from the heart. We'd sit there on that front porch swing, hang on to every word as tears rolled down his face. Listen to him sing love songs to mama, and she'd sing sweet harmony. Yeah, I can still hear that tone of that old cheap guitar made in Mexico. We were poor, but we were broke. Papa had a heart of gold, and I can still hear those chords, and I can still sing every word. Although the songs still remain, they echo down by the Rio Grande River in my soul and in my heart. Thank God I was born in a house with a guitar. Yeah, Susan Bowman, long gone. There ain't nothing like the sound of a silver tone. Ah, we were poor, but we were broke. Ah, Daddy had a heart of gold. And I can still hear those chords, and I can still sing every word. Although the songs still remain, they echo down by the Rio Grande River in my soul and in my heart. Thank God I was born in a house with a guitar.
Neil, hold on a sec. You're muted, Neil. I can't unmute you. That
Hey,
was
is that
awesome,
better?
Charlie. Yes,
Charlie.
Charlie, that was awesome.
Wow.
Really
Thank you, guys. We're going back into the static again. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm guessing at your lips.
Okay. I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and thank you for being on the show. And,
thank you so
you know,
much for having me. And it's just a pleasure. And like I said, I'd like to thank you guys and thank River Run Records, Dan Delana, Johnny Garcia, and all the people that's believed in me all these years. And I can't thank you guys enough, for taking a part of me and listening to a part of me and where I come from.
Right.
I think that's a really cool song. It says a lot. I didn't do the whole song because I kept getting static.
Right.
I apologize about that.
I apologize that we're having any kind of internet weirdness. Sometimes it happens. It's like it comes and it goes.
Trying to get that clear. I can't hear you real good.
Okay. I'm going to say goodbye to you, but stick around after I shut the show down. All right. I want to talk to you off camera.
Okay. Okay.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Well, thank you so much. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Now, I'd love to say thank you to all my fans out there and thank you for radio. I mean, it just means the world to me to be back out there.
Sure. Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure our fans really want
Merry
to
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, Charlie. We'll see you next time. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to call you, and I'll see you at Bonnaroo.
Okay, thank you guys.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.